All right, guys, I want to go over a quick video on how to do the IXL. I know we went over it in class, but I want you to finish it up tonight. So if you need any help, this video should help you. So we go to learning and then recommendations, right? And I'm in my teacher account. So say I'm looking at Armani, I go down to write a ratio. That's the lesson that we're working on. Okay, so the lesson we're working on is R.1, write a ratio. Level H R.1. It should be in your recommended work. So what are the things we go over? Remember, a ratio is just a comparison of two numbers separated by what we call that colon. These two dots right here is the colon, right? So these two dots, that's a colon right there. We have a number on the left side of the colon and a number on the right side of the colon. Okay, so these first questions actually give you, it'll give you the number on the left or the number on the right. Pay attention. Don't just say, I see stars and circles, boom and boom, I'm going to put numbers. Pay attention to what the question's asking you, because remember, the order matters, okay? The word to represents, the colon represents the word to. So we have a number on the left side of the word to and a number on the right side of the word to, okay? So it says, what is the ratio of circles to stars? Well, circles is the first thing they're asking you about. So circles should be the first number that comes to the left, right? So how many circles do I see? I see one circle. And that one's already written for you in this example. And then it says 2, which is the colon, and stars. Stars is on the right side of the colon, and I see 3 stars. So I'll put 3. So it's 1 to 3. 1 circle, because circle comes first. 2 stars. 1 circle, 3 stars. 1 to 3. Okay. So then the first couple of them are kind of the same, right? It gives you a number already. And it said the ratio of triangles. So triangles is the first number because that's the first thing it says. And triangles is there's one triangle. So that's already there for you. 2 circles. Well, there's 1 circle. Okay, so it may seem easy at first, but they're eventually going to change it up. This one says, what is the ratio of triangles to stars? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triangles, which they already give me the 7, and there's 1 star. So the order matters. Triangles is the first thing they said. That's why triangles on the left side, and stars is the second thing they say, and stars go on the right side. Okay, same thing, ratio of squares to circles. I see 1 square, so that comes first. 1 circle, they already gave you that 1. Okay, what is the ratio of triangles to hexagons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 triangles. So now notice here, they don't give you one of the numbers. Okay, now you have to write the whole ratio yourself, which is fine. We can do that. So the first thing it says, what is the ratio of triangles? Triangles is the first thing they said, so that should be the first number you list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is the first number you put down. Then what you have to do in these examples, because it doesn't give you it, is the colon. Anytime you have a ratio, the two numbers in the ratio need to be separated by a colon. So that is, remember, we did this in class. Next to the right of the L key on your keyboard is a semicolon. You have to hold down Shift and hit that button to get the colon. So it's the 2 dots. It's not this with the comma on the bottom. You have to hold down Shift and you get the 2 dots. Okay? And the second thing it says is hexagons. I only see 1 hexagon. So I wrote the whole thing. I wrote 9 to 1. The way you say that is 9 to 1. Instead of the word 2, we're using a colon. Okay? Triangles to hexagons. Well, triangles is 9. There's 9 triangles. 2, we put a colon. Hexagons, there's 1. Okay? Now here we go. What is the ratio of hexagons to circles? Start with hexagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 2 is a colon. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to 5. That's how you say that. Okay, so it keeps going like this. What is the ratio of squares? Okay, here's where they throw you off a little bit, right? Because you're going to see the word squares first, and you're going to say, I see 3 squares. Boom. And then some people, you throw the colon in there, and then some people say, well, I already put down 3 squares. They must be asking about circles, so I'm going to put a 2 here. Boom, wrong. Well, why was that wrong? Because it doesn't say squares. It doesn't say squares to circles. It says squares to total shapes. That's where they throw you off. Total shapes is everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should have been 3 to 5 as they put down here. Okay? So we got to go back a little bit. So this one says circles, which is there's one circle. Put my colon, and hexagons, there's 3 hexagons. Okay, now we're getting back to the total shapes. Okay, what is the ratio of stars to total shapes? So stars comes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 means colon. Put my colon here. Now it says total shapes. It doesn't say squares. It doesn't say stars to squares. It says stars, which is 7, to total shapes, which is everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 and 9. So be careful of that. What is the ratio of squares to total shapes? Okay. Squares to total shapes. So squares comes first. I see one square. I have to put my colon in. And it doesn't say squares to circles. It says squares to total shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4 total shapes. Okay. Ratio. Now here we go. Now this says what is the ratio of total shapes to rectangles? Okay. So the first thing they're asking for is total shapes, not rectangles. The order matters. What is the ratio of total shapes to rectangles? So the first thing it asks about is total shapes, which is 1, 2, 3. Put your colon. 2 rectangles, not to circles, to rectangles. There's only one rectangle. So make sure the order matters. Sometimes they ask about total shapes, and make sure you're looking at the right shape when they ask about a specific shape. This one. Now here's the next part how they trip you up. Now they have 3 different shapes here. I see a hexagon, a star, and a circle. So you got to make sure what shape they're asking about. What is the ratio of circles to hexagons? So circles is the first thing they ask about. I only see one circle. And I put my colon. And it asks about hexagons, circles to hexagons. I only see one hexagon. So what happened? It asked about a circle and it asked about a hexagon. The star wasn't even mentioned. So you don't have to put any number for that. Make sure you read the problem in full and see what they're asking about and put it in the correct order. And remember to put your colon. Okay? So now I have triangles, hexagons, and stars. Let's see what the problem's asking and what order it's asking in. What is the ratio of hexagons? I see 2 hexagons, so the number 2 comes first. Put my colon to triangles. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. Notice it didn't ask about stars. Okay? Okay, this one says ratio of triangles to total shapes. Okay? Triangles to total shapes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triangles. Remember, triangles comes first. I put 7 first. Colon. It's not asking triangles or circles. It's asking triangles of total shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total shapes. Okay, so here's the last part where they trick you up. You have stars, hexagons, and squares. It's only going to ask about, it's not going to ask about all of them. And it says, what is the ratio? The first thing it asks for is total shapes. Well, it's everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total shapes. Colon to stars. The second thing it's asking for is stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars. Notice it doesn't ask you about hexagons. It doesn't ask you about squares. It asks you about total shapes first and stars second. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video there. If you have any questions, leave a private comment. Okay.